Good morning, my YouTube viewers. It is Palestine here. Welcome to my channel. I'm making this video because last night, all of a sudden, I was laying in bed. My boyfriend and my seed friend were attending a GA meeting. Can't tell you what GA means. If you've been to a GA meeting, you'll know what it is, but I can't say what it is. That's confidential. But if you've been to a GA meeting, you'll know what GA is. So they were attending an online GA meeting because I told my Sikh friend that, he can attend these online meetings at my house. And the reason why is because I have a Chromebook and I can attend like Google Meets and Zoom Meets and my Chromebook. The good thing about the Zoom Meet is that I don't have to install any software to do it. I can do it online, which is what I like. I like doing things online. Not really keen on installing software on my computer, and the reason why is because you just open yourself up to viruses and malware if you install software on your computer. So I would rather do it online. And so they were attending a GA meeting last night, but my Sikh friend didn't attend very long. I think he has a very low attention span, and so that means he can't sit through an entire meeting. And then I told him on Thursday that they're having a GA meeting from 1 to 3, an online GA meeting. And I told him that he can come to my house and he can attend this online GA meeting if he likes. I don't get off work until 1:30, but I'll be home by 2. And so if he wants to attend the meeting from 2 to 3, then I can set the computer up for him so he can attend the meeting. Because, see, that's another problem, is that he is dyslexic, and because he's dyslexic, he has difficulty doing things that require him to read. He does know words. He can understand words because I help him with the letters and things that he receives. So he does know his account number. He can pick that up. He can pick that out, account number, and everything like that. So, I'm really glad that I can help him. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to help him for because I don't know how long I'm going to live. But the thing is that last night, while they were attending the GA meeting, I took a bath and I was laying in bed because I just have a tiny apartment. I don't even have a living room. If I had a living room, he could lay down on my living room couch or futon or something, but I don't even have a living room. So last night while they were attending the meeting, I was laying in bed and my right thigh started hurting. And so my right thigh started hurting and I was rubbing it thinking, oh, well, maybe it was the muscles. And then I asked my boyfriend, I said, look, my thigh hurts, will you rub my thigh? But he didn't do a very good job, and so I just dealt with it. And then I woke up about 5:30 this morning and my thigh was hurting again. And so I was a little bit worried about that because, obviously I've had breast cancer. So whenever you've had cancer, every little thing that's wrong with you is amplified. Like for instance, I've got a blemish on the breast that I had cancer on. I've got a sore. I didn't do anything. This sore just came up. I didn't do anything. And this is the second time that I've had a sore come up on the breast that I had breast cancer on. And so you worry about that. You worry about, oh, has the cancer come back? And so I have to keep waiting for the sore to clear up. And then obviously, if it doesn't clear up, then that means I've got to ring the breast cancer nurses. And so I woke up in the middle of the night, my thigh hurting, and I Googled it. You know, you ask Dr. Google. And when I Googled it, it said that when breast cancer metastasizes, it metastasizes to the long bones. Well, my thigh is a long bone, and I already have osteopenia, which is one step before osteoporosis. So if I fall, I'm going to break a bone. And anyway, so it just said that when breast cancer metastasizes, it goes into the long bones. And I didn't feel very good about that. And they said, oh, well, go onto this online NHS 111 site. So I clicked the link to go onto this online NHS 111 site. And they ask a lot of questions. And then so I answered the questions to the best of my ability. And then whenever I answered the questions to the best of my ability, the site said, get help now, you know, because they're thinking it could either be metastasis, the cancer has metastasized, or it could be deep vein thrombosis. Either way, it's dangerous. And so, but I thought, well, I don't know what to do. And so I got up and I went and made this video, which was a waste of an hour and a half of my time. And I'm a very busy person. I do a lot. And so I wasn't very happy to waste an hour and a half of my time. And the reason why is because I'm working on this advanced Excel course and I'm working on Power Pivot. Well, I don't normally use Power Pivot. And the reason why is because the data that I use isn't a lot of data. And it's just as easy for me just to take a spreadsheet and manipulate it than it is for me to use Power Pivot. But for me to work on this advanced Excel course, I need to use Power Pivot. So I was using Power Pivot yesterday. I was studying Power Pivot, and then I wrote down everything that I needed to do. And this morning I started making my course, and I even made it in a new spreadsheet. And then, so I made this Power Pivot and this new spreadsheet, and part of the lesson is that you have to do a dashboard. And so yesterday, when I was doing the dashboard, on my one spreadsheet, I was able to do the dashboard because I had the data set up as a table and the spreadsheet. But whenever I did my Power Pivot in the new spreadsheet that I was making for the course, what happened was the table didn't come up on the new spreadsheet. The table's in Power Pivot, but it's not in the new spreadsheet. So I couldn't do the dashboard the way I wanted to, and I'd been working for close to an hour and a half, and I had to stop the video and delete it, and then I had to kind of like research, find out what I was going to do in the research. So that was a waste of my time. And then so I got up, and by that time it was past 7:30. And so I told my boyfriend, I said, yeah, I just wasted my time. It wasn't really a waste of my time because I learned how to do something. And this afternoon, I'm going to have to be doing some studying, try to figure out how to do things. Because that's the story of my life. I don't have anybody to help me. So I have to figure it out all on my own because nobody can help me. I'm the one that people come to for help. I'm not the one that needs help. If I need help, I had to go on to Google it or Copilot, and because nobody can help me because I'm the one they come to for help. I'm not generally the one that needs help or the one that they think needs help. And even my my boyfriend said to me, he said, yeah, he said, you're always helping people. He said, but who helps you? And that's true. Nobody helps me, especially if it's something to do with a computer. I just have to figure it out all on my own. And so nobody helps me. I have to figure it out myself, especially if it's to do with a computer. And then since our world that we live in is becoming more and more computerized, you really do need to know how to use a computer. You really do need to know how to use Excel. And so, yeah, I wasted an hour and a half of my time. And this afternoon, I'm going to be doing some more experimentation on Power Pivot. And then so I was thinking to myself, going back to my painful thigh, it's this thigh, by the way, I was thinking to myself, well, I'm not going to ring them up. I'm just going to see how it goes. See how if I'm still in pain. See how it goes. But as I'm making this video, my thigh hurts. So I think that because I'm still in pain, I wasn't in pain before, but now that I'm sitting down making in this video, my thigh does hurt. So since when breast cancer metastasizes, it quite often metastasizes to the lung bones. Don't ask me why, but it does. Then I think this morning I'm going to ring the breast cancer nurses and tell them what's happened. I don't want to bother them. I know how busy they are, and I know how stretched our medical system in the UK is. So I don't want to burden them. But I'm thinking, since my thigh does hurt and breast cancer does metastasize to the lung bones, I'm thinking that perhaps it would be a good idea if I ring them. And then so that brings me up to Linda McCartney. I don't know what happened, but I was just thinking about Linda McCartney. And I knew that, and this was about 30 years ago, and I knew that she had died of cancer. I knew that, but I didn't know what kind of cancer she died from. So again, I Googled it, and I found out that Linda McCartney actually died of breast cancer. And so basically, I think it was something like 1994. Well, she was 54 when she found out she had cancer, and it was in the 1990s. And so she found out she had cancer when she was around 54. And then obviously, she had a lot of money. She had the best medical treatment that money could buy. And she died 2 years later. I don't know what happened. I haven't really read a lot about it. I did try to watch some YouTube videos. I did search it on Google. So I do know she had breast cancer. And then she found out about it in the 1990s. And she only lived about 2 years after she found out she had cancer. She got treated for cancer, so she had an operation. I don't know what kind of operation. And she had therapy. I don't know if it was chemotherapy or radiotherapy, but she did get treated for cancer, but the cancer metastasized. And so she, excuse me, and so she only lived about 2 years after she was diagnosed with cancer. So I don't know how far advanced the cancer was when she was diagnosed with it, but obviously it metastasized, and she died in 2 years. And so you take Linda McCartney, who she had the best medical treatment money could buy, and she couldn't get away from cancer. So that's just something to think about. So I think I'm going to have to go to work soon. I'm getting ready to go to my day job. And I think I'm going to go ahead and ring up the cancer nurses and tell them that my thigh is hurting and ask them what I should do. So thank you so much for watching my video, and I was able to give you a cancer update you on what's going on with my life. Since this is supposed to be a cancer channel, but obviously I talk about other things. So thank you again for watching my video. If you like my video, like and subscribe. And it means so much to me that you're taking an interest in my very pathetic life.